Today we're looking at one of the most troublesome engines JLR has ever produced, the 2-litre diesel Ingenium. This is a Jaguar E-Pace with this engine in it, the 2-litre 4-cylinder diesel turbocharged Ingenium. This engine is in a whole load of JLR products across the board, but I think it's fair to say they need some looking after. In this video, we'll cover how Swallows Racing looks after these testy Ingeniums and what you can do to keep on top of maintenance and increase the longevity of your JLR powertrain. So John, this E-Pace is in for a service. What level of service is it getting?
Right, it's getting the Jaguar scheduled service of a 48-month service, which includes oil and filter change, air filter, fuel filter, pollen filter, full check over the vehicle, lights, levels, make sure nothing's going to fall off it, brakes, tyres, all your legals and everything else. And I believe on the scheduled service as well, it's also getting the brake fluid change in with that as well. So.
Okay, so what job do you start with then out of all that?
I personally start with going around checking the whole vehicle over, finding out what's wrong with it, if there is anything wrong with it, to send it over to the office guys as quick as possible so they can start quoting it, so the car doesn't have to go in and out of the workshop multiple times. So hopefully if there is any upsells, we can get it all done in one visit as the vehicle's in the workshop.
Okay, cool. Let's see it. Let's crack on. Why do you need to keep on top of maintenance with these Ingeniums? Well, they suffer from something called oil dilution. Every single 2-litre diesel Ingenium car has something called a DPF, a diesel particulate filter. That's there for emissions regulations. It's there to get rid of the nasty diesel particulates that come out of your engine. Now, to clean itself, to stay efficient, it calls on excess fuel from the engine, but it also needs to get to a certain temperature to clean itself as well. Now, if you're someone that owns a car like this and you're only doing short journeys, your DPF starts to clog up because it doesn't get the chance to get hot and clean itself properly with that excess fuel. That means it starts to clog up, which means your engine keeps trying to send excess fuel through to the DPF. What happens to that excess fuel when it doesn't make it down the line to the DPF? Well, it starts to seep past the piston rings and ends up in your sump, diluting your oil. What does diluted oil mean? Well, it means the oil starts to become thinner. That means it's not going to be as good at lubricating your engine, and in some cases becoming a bit abrasive. If you catch it quickly, then it might only start to impact stuff like the timing system. But after that, it can start affecting the turbo, and in extreme cases, the bottom end. That's not good. With fresh oil going in, it was now time for all of the E-Pace's filters, starting of course with the oil filter, followed by the fuel filter, air filter, and pollen filter. To help stay away from any of these engine issues, Swallows recommends bringing the service intervals right down from the original factory intervals. Jaguar originally said 21,000 miles or every 2 years. Swallows recommends bringing that down to 7,500 miles or every 6 months. At least do it at every MOT, so annually. These much more regular changes will mean that your oil stays undiluted and your engine is protected for a much longer period. So John, we're out on the road now. What are you looking for with this car having just been serviced?
Just make sure it's performing how it should do. It doesn't pull under braking. There's no hardball vibrations, knocks, bangs, and it drives how it should do, really.
And how important is attempting to clean out your own DPF on one of these cars? You know, going for almost a deliberately revvy drive to get it hot enough.
There's a lot of myth, what people say is high RPM, everything else. Yes. With the Jaguars, it's in the programming, so it needs to see a speed above 30 mile an hour, a nice steady throttle input, not on off the throttle all the time, no hard braking.
So it's not like a Italian tune, as people say, you know?
No, a waste, complete and utter waste of time, money and everything in doing it that way.
Yes.
The best thing to do is basically get on the motorway, set your cruise control to 70 mile an hour and just stay on the motorway for 20 minutes.
Okay. And that will tangibly give your engine more longevity.
Exactly. It gives the DPF time to clean out to do what it needs to do. So you aren't affecting your oil dilution or anything like that as you're out and about driving the vehicle.
Yeah.
Normally the car does everything by itself. You don't even realise it's doing a regen. It just does it when it needs to do it. Obviously, if you do a lot of short journeys and a lot of stop-start journeys, should we say, they do say normally you're fine until you get your amber warning on. When you get the amber warning of DPF full, it says to refer to your handbook, and literally the handbook says just go out and drive it on the motorway for 20 minutes.
Wow, okay, fair enough.
So that's all you've really got to worry about. As for the DPF side of things, if you do regular motorway journeys, even if it's only once a week, it does keep itself clean as such.
Is that foolproof? Like, if you're on motorways, like, will your DPF stay clean, you know, for its life, or will it still inevitably clog up at some point?
It depends, because normally the DPF is a consequence of something else going wrong with the engine.
Okay.
So if your air fuel mixture isn't correct, i.e. you've got an air leak or you've got a failed injector and it's over fueling, because of that you're generating more soot, which will then block your DPF quicker. So if you notice you keep having it and you do regular long journeys on the motorways or A roads, and you keep having to do it every couple hundred miles, then obviously you've got an underlying fault with the car which is causing the DPF to clog up quicker. And
today's been all about the 2 litre diesel. Is the 2 litre petrol, does that have its own issues, or is that actually a much more reliable engine?
It's a much more reliable engine. I think in the time that we've been looking after the 2 litre petrol engine, we've only ever done one set of timing chains on them.
Oh wow.
As the diesel engines, you can count, you haven't got enough fingers and toes to count how many we've done.
Yeah.
So
there's almost always a ramp in the workshop with a 2 litre diesel going on.
Exactly. So the petrol side of things are a lot better. We're not really seeing many issues with the later ones either at the moment. Okay. So I hate to say it, the diesel is a good part of our income into the workshop at the moment.
Yeah, fair play. JLR's mistake is Swallow's benefit.
Exactly.
It's brought back some memories for me being around this E-Pace today. The last time I was in an E-Pace, I was actually on the global launch of this car in 2017 in Corsica. It was a cool trip, and Ian Callum, the designer, showed us all the little Easter egg with this car. You've got a little silhouette here on the windscreen surround. We've got Mummy Jaguar and its little cub, because this is supposed to be the small entry-level Jaguar. So this car is now fully serviced and is ready for another 6 months of motoring, and hopefully today's video is showing that Swallows racing isn't just about V8s and big race builds, it's also the full spectrum of JLR. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the Swallows Racing channel for more content like this. I've been Mike, and I'll see you in the next one. It wants the double, but I've put hot chili sauce on it. That would not go down well with this doggo here. Go on. Whoa!